Facilities required to have AEDs will face a 1 million Korean won fine, up from 500,000 won if they don't install one. Not reporting installation or changes will result in a 500,000 won fine. Failing to report monthly checks will lead to a 500,000 won fine, and not posting AED signs will result in a 300,000 won fine. Busan City released Busan Historical Records Series Volume 32, translated Joseon Affairs Report No. 5. It offers insight into Korea-Japan relations around the time of Korea's port opening. The book translates volumes 14 to 16 of the Joseon Affairs Report, a collection of diplomatic documents from the Japanese consulate in Busan between August and November 1872. The volume reflects how both countries responded to Japan's institutional reforms at the time. It is available at the public libraries in Busan and can be downloaded from the Busan Culture Portal or the Busan History Compilation Committee website. In international news, yesterday, a powerful 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck near Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. It was the strongest quake in the region in 73 years. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the epicenter was about 60 kilometers east of Kamchatka's coast. Numerous aftershocks followed, and tsunami warnings were issued for Japan and Hawaii. A 1.3-meter tsunami was later observed off Iwate Prefecture in northeastern Honshu, Japan. Despite the quake's intensity, Kamchatka's governor confirmed there were no major casualties. Later that day, a 6.4 magnitude earthquake struck 341 kilometers south of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky. And now for today's weather. It is currently 31 degrees Celsius with sunny skies. Strong swells are expected along the Busan and southern Gyeongnam coast. Waves may still... That wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You are listening to BFM Busan 영어방송.
Your best choice. BFM Busan 영어방송.
Coming up next is Busan Worldwide with Stephanie Yoon. BFM Busan 영어방송.
Good morning and welcome to Busan Worldwide. Lately, the news coming out of Busan has been incredibly uplifting. As you probably heard, next summer, the 48th session of the UNESCO World Heritage Committee will be held right here in our city. Busan was also selected as the World Design Capital 2028, beating out Hangzhou, China, a city of 13 million people. Busan will also host the 2028 World Championships of Magic, often called the Olympics of Magic. And in 2026, we'll welcome the World Library and Information Congress, the world's largest event of its kind. These remarkable achievements have only been possible thanks to Busan's growing global reputation, its strong city brand, international mindset, world-class infrastructure, and the increasing interest in Korean culture. 부산은 지금 그 어느 때보다 역동적인 변화와 성장의 기회를 맞이하고 있습니다. Now more than ever, Busan is embracing dynamic change and new opportunities for growth. Well, this is Busan Worldwide, and I'm your host, Stephanie Yoon.
This is Busan Worldwide, your window into Busan. Your bridge to the world.
That's right. Welcome, welcome. You are tuning in live this Thursday morning, July 31st. It is the last day of July. Hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. Here on BFM Busan 영어방송 90.5 FM in Busan and 103.3 FM in Gijang, Jeongwan, and Noksan areas. Well, beyond the glories of its past, Busan is now seizing a critical moment to become a truly global city driven by sustainable growth and innovation. Efforts to improve quality of life for citizens and create a better future for the next generation are underway every day at every level. 네, 시민들의 삶의 질을 높이고 미래 세대에게 더 나은 부산을 물려주기 위한 노력은 지금 이 순간에도 끊임없이 이어지고 있습니다. Well, today on the interview, we'll be speaking with Mr. Lee Jun-seung, the Vice Mayor for Administrative Affairs of Busan City. He plays a key role in leading the city's core operations and advancing its development. Together, we'll explore the most pressing issues shaping Busan's present and future. And now here's today's text topic of the day. What local treasure in Busan do you hope to see inscribed as a UNESCO heritage item? What local treasure in Busan do you hope to see inscribed as a UNESCO heritage item? This can include any kind of heritage, so it can be tangible or intangible. 네, 오늘의 문자 주제예요. 유네스코 유산으로 꼭 등재되길 바라는 부산의 자랑스러운 자산은 무엇인가요? Now, for example, you can say maybe culture of making and enjoying 돼지국밥, which is Busan's pork and rice soup, right? Or the oral tradition, stories, songs, and daily culture preserved and passed down through the Busan dialect, Busan 사투리, right? And you can share with us any of them. It can even be like the relationships we have or any places we have as well. So send us your thoughts via text, which is pound 9050 for 101, or Kakao Talk or the YouTube live chat for free. We'll be giving away a coffee coupon to one of today's participants. We already have messages coming in. We have Benny님 and 사랑니 요정님 saying hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. We have TV Jerry님 saying, ooh, 부시장님 등장. That's right. We do have Vice Mayor here in the studio, so stay tuned. And we also have, TV Jerry님 saying, 부산영어방송 유네스코 등재 가능합니까? Why not? I would love that as well. Thank you so much for messaging in. And we also have 요정님 saying, ooh, they visited Seoul and came back. Wow. 8 hours of bus ride. That's a long drive as well, long ride as well. Hope you're not too tired. Hope you get to rest afterwards as well. Thank you so much for messaging in and joining in even after that long trip. Well, with that, let's get ready to meet today's guest on the interview. From Busan to the world, Busan Worldwide. 잠시 후 오늘의 더 인터뷰 시작하겠습니다. Now it's time for the interview. Busan is no longer just looking inward. It's racing boldly toward the world. The city is now taking decisive steps to become a true global hub. And at the heart of this transformation is a person overseeing Busan's core administration and leading the charge in the city's growth and progress. Busan City's Vice Mayor for Administrative Affairs, Mr. Lee Jun-seung. In today's conversation with Vice Mayor Lee, we'll explore what it means for Busan to host the UNESCO World Heritage Committee and what the city's string of international event wins really signifies. We'll also look at how Busan is tackling youth employment, uncovering unique urban content, and hear his personal philosophy on public service as well. 네, 우리 부산은 대한민국을 넘어 세계를 향한 담대한 레이스를 시작했습니다. 오늘은 이준승 부산광역시 행정부시장과 함께 유네스코 세계유산위원회 개최부터 청년 일자리, 도시 콘텐츠까지 부산의 변화와 비전을 들어봅니다. Hello and welcome, Vice Mayor Lee. Can you say hello to our listeners?
Good morning, everyone. To all listeners and Busan citizens who love and support the BFM, a warm greeting to you all. This is Jun Seung-lee, Vice Mayor of Busan Metropolitan City. It's an honor to be back on the show and say hello once more since my last visit in February. The summer heat is really kicking in these days, with the heat wave expected to stick around a bit longer. Please make sure to stay cool and take good care of your health.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for your warm greeting, Vice Mayor Lee. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show, and I'm sure our listeners appreciate your kind words, especially during this hot summer. Well, next summer, the 48th session of the UNESCO World Heritage Committee will be held here in our city. It's the first time Korea has ever hosted the meeting, 38 years after joining the World Heritage Convention. And you were in Paris at the time when it was announced. So how did you feel when Busan was announced as the host city? And what was the atmosphere like on site?
As you know, it takes a lot of time and effort to host a major international conference like the UNESCO World Heritage Committee. So when Busan was announced as the next host city, I felt incredibly moved and overwhelmed with emotion. More than anything, I was deeply relieved that the hard work of so many colleagues and junior staff members had finally paid off. After announcement was made, the entire Korean delegation, Busan on-site inspection team, and many other foreign delegations cheered and celebrated all together.
Oh, wow. What an emotional moment that must have been, as you mentioned, especially after such long and dedicated efforts. And I can imagine how proud the entire team must have felt to see our city, Busan, being recognized on the global stage like that. Well, what do you think was the biggest driving force behind Busan being selected to host such a historic meeting?
I believe that a key factor was Busan's strengthened global city brand, especially following our bid for the 2030 World Expo.
Right.
In fact, the city's international standing has grown significantly as reflected in our recent success in attracting a series of large-scale international events. Many of the foreign delegations I met in Paris expressed great interest in visiting Busan to attend the conference. Last year alone, Busan welcomed 2.933 million international visitors.
Wow.
And this year, we surpassed the 1 million mark faster than ever before. This clearly demonstrates Busan's growing global appeals.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, just in 1 year last year, 2.93 million international visitors. It just shows we're ready, right? And it's definitely impressive. It shows how Busan's global visibility is no longer just growing. It's definitely becoming like a defining strength of the city. Well, as we know, the UNESCO World Heritage Committee is a major international conference that brings together around 3,000 participants to discuss cultural and natural heritage from around the world. Beyond being a large-scale global event, it's also a prime opportunity to elevate Busan's city brand to the next level. So, how do you think Busan should redefine and strengthen its city identity? And what do you see as the biggest potential benefit of hosting this event?
We aim to shape Busan's brand so that visitors remember us as a city leading the way in the protection of World Heritage sites. We seek to play a leading role in heritage preservation and setting the agenda during the conference, while also demonstrating Busan's leadership as a cultural city. Beyond the economic benefits, we also expect that this event to positively impact our effort to inscribe the heritage of Busan as the Korean wartime capital onto the UNESCO World Heritage list. According to Korea's National Heritage Administration, the meeting is projected to generate approximately 62.7 billion won in economic impact across diverse sectors. In addition, the conference will allow us to expand global cultural partnership with different countries. We expect it will have a positive impact on the future inscription of the wartime capital Busan during the Korean War heritage as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Absolutely. It's exciting to see Busan position itself not just as a host, but as a leader in heritage preservation. And as you mentioned, both economic and cultural influence in play. The ripple effect is going to be really long-lasting as well. Now, listeners, if you're just tuning into Busan Worldwide, we're in the middle of the interview with Busan City's Vice Mayor for Administrative Affairs, Mr. Lee Jun-seung. Now, you were appointed Vice Mayor for Administrative Affairs in December of 2023 after holding key roles across Busan City Hall, including Director of Public Transportation, Budget Officer, Head of City Innovation, and Director of the Transportation Bureau. And you've also led major departments like Jobs and Economy, Urban Planning, Environmental Policy, and Digital Economy, and the list goes on and on. So, how have these wide-ranging experiences shaped your leadership as Vice Mayor today?
This year marks my 31st year working for the city of Busan. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to work in a wide range of areas, from general and administrative areas like policy planning, budgeting, and talent development to major priority areas such as APEC affairs, transportation, employment, urban planning, and the environment. Such experience have also given me the chance to build up a broad network, not only with colleagues across different departments, but also with experts in many fields. This network has become a great asset in helping me look at city affairs more comprehensively, resolve issues, and mediate conflicts when needed.
Right, and that range of experience really speaks volumes about your ability to connect the dots between and across different sectors indeed. And as we mentioned, the list goes on and on. And looking back on the many roles you've had, is there a particular achievement or policy decision that stands out as most memorable to you?
Just like many societal phenomena, the outcomes of city policy are the result of sustained efforts over time. Policy decisions are rarely made in a single moment. Many takes months or even decades of ongoing deliberation and refinement. Recent achievements such as the number of full-time workers surpass 1 million and other positive macroeconomic indicators reflect the city's strong economic momentum. In addition, Busan's remarkable growth in terms of city branding, evidenced by higher visitor satisfaction rates than Tokyo or Shanghai, demonstrates how these accomplishments have come together. If I were to single out one policy in particular, it would be the semi-public bus system, which I personally designed and implemented as the Director of Public Transportation. Although challenges still remain, I believe it has played a significant role in securing the public operation of Busan's transportation service.
Wow, so we're talking about the semi-public bus system. Sounds like a concrete example of policy making that directly affects people's everyday lives and leaves a lasting impact indeed. Well, Busan is currently facing a serious challenge with youth out-migration and high unemployment. You've mentioned that the youth job crisis remains severe, and now more than ever, we need stronger policy coordination between institutions. And as part of the response, the city has launched what's called the 청끌 기업 initiative to identify and support companies that attract young talent. So how is this effort making a real practical impact on solving the youth employment issue?
청끌 enterprise is short for 청년이 끌리는 기업, meaning youth attractive enterprises. The initiative have made a tangible contribution to help address youth unemployment in Busan by identifying outstanding local companies and facilitating job matching. Companies are selected based on key factors that matters most to young job seekers, such as wage and income levels, employment stability, and work-life balance. Each company is then paid with a dedicated manager who provides close support throughout the entire employment process, from recruitment and feedback to post-hire follow-up. This year, we are expanding the program to include 110 companies.
Oh, wow. Well, it's encouraging to hear how this program isn't just theoretical. It's creating real opportunities for young people and helping them connect with companies they can really grow with as well. And the Busan Youth Employment Success Full Package Support Agreement is the only one of its kind in the country, showcasing strong cooperation between Busan City and the Busan Employment and Labor Office. So, how does this integrated support system for youth employment actually function, and what do you see as its greatest strength?
This is the only case in Korea and a pioneering model where a local government and the regional employment and labor office have joined forces to provide fully integrated support for youth employment. Its greatest strength is the seamless partnership between the city government and the labor office that supports youth throughout the entire employment journey, from job research to hiring, adjustment, and retention.
Oh, wow. You know, that kind of integrated end-to-end support is very rare. And it's great to see Busan taking the lead with the model that could really inspire similar efforts elsewhere in the country. So great to see and hear about it as well. Well, listeners, if you're just tuning into Busan Worldwide, we are in the middle of the interview with Mr. Lee Chun-seung. He is Busan City's Vice Mayor. Now, this September, Busan will host the Seven Bridge Tour, riding in Busan. It's a unique event where participants cycle across normally vehicle-only bridges like Gwangham Bridge and Busan Port Bridge. You've said this event could go beyond sports to become a globally recognized city brand asset. So, what does this event represent as a signature content of Busan, a maritime city?
The 2025 Sevenbridge Tour is a unique and original citizen participation event. It is the only event of its kind in Korea, which offers citizens the chance to ride a bicycle across the bridge stretching over the sea.
Wow.
The tour course is designed to take cyclists across Busan's iconic view, spanning from Haeundae to the Nakdong River, thereby connecting East and West Busan.
Oh, wow.
This event is expected to become a truly unique and dynamic experience that highlights Busan's special charm, where city and sea lives side by side.
Oh, wow. Definitely a one-of-a-kind event. What a great way to experience Busan's coastline and urban beauty. I would love to join. Now, when you took office, there were high expectations that you would bring steady leadership to city administration, and many have noted your deep understanding of Busan's key issues. From your perspective, what is the most urgent challenge that Busan needs to address right now?
As the mayor always emphasizes, the eighth popularly elected administration is guided by two key visions, making Busan a global hub city and a home for happy citizens.
Yes.
One that people would choose to live in again and again. The most urgent challenge we face is to break away from the country's unipopular structure centered on Seoul and to position Busan as a hub that drives the innovative growth of the southern region of Korea. To this end, we are working hard to enact the Global Hub City Special Act and to facilitate the relocation of the Korea Development Bank to Busan.
Right.
Both initiatives are key national strategy to enhance national competitiveness. The city government aims to accelerate our efforts to ensure they are carried forward as part of the national agenda under the new administrative chain as well.
Right, and that's such an important perspective, moving beyond capital-centric development. It's just not like a local issue. It's something that affects Korea's future as a whole, and Busan is clearly really leading the role as well. And in addressing that challenge, what administrative philosophy are you guided by?
Become a global hub city is about achieving balanced regional development beyond regional redistribution. This goal is grounded in a deeper philosophy of fairness, inclusion, solidarity, and mutual growth. Above all, the philosophy that underpins all our efforts is citizen-centered governance. We will do our utmost to ensure that our vision for Busan to be a global hub city and home for happy citizens where you'd want to live in again will bring real innovation and tangible improvements to the everyday lives of our citizens, going beyond mere slogan.
Right. And it's definitely refreshing to hear how fairness and citizen-centered governance are at the heart of your vision. And that kind of leadership really does make slogans meaningful and actionable. Well, as we slowly wrap up today's interview, is there a message you'd like to share with the citizens of Busan?
Dear fellow Busan citizens, hard as it is to believe, we are already well into the second half of 2025.
Right.
Perhaps some of the wishes you made at the start of the year are beginning to come true. Back in February, I promised to do my utmost to make Busan a city where people would say, even if I were born again, I'd want to live here. I'm pleased to see that we are starting to achieve real tangible result toward that vision. The city government is working hard to increase happiness, raise pride, and resolve long-standing challenges. And just as our slogan, Busan is good, suggests, the city is improving in real and visible ways, and so are the lives of our citizens. We will not sit back and rest on our laurels. In the months ahead, we will press forward with unwavering determination to make Busan an even happier city for all. I humbly ask for your continued trust and support. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I still remember you making that promises back in February here on Busan Worldwide. And listeners, if you want to check that out, we do still have those interviews back from February on our YouTube channel. And it's definitely inspiring to see how the city is steadily transforming indeed. Now, our last question is always the text topic of the day. So I'm going to ask you as well. Is there a particular asset whether a heritage site or something else that you personally hope to see recognized globally as a proud symbol of Busan? like a heritage of Busan.
Yeah, I hope to see the heritage of Busan as the Korean wartime capital. Currently on the UNESCO tentative list,
Right.
officially inscribed as a World Heritage Site. During the Korean War, Busan served as the wartime capital of Korea, a center of international exchanges, and a home where wartime refugees found shelter and rebuilt their lives. This heritage includes historical significant sites, which played a key role in maintaining government function and fostering international exchanges.
Absolutely.
It also holds high cultural values, which reflect the local culture and daily lives of people back during that periods of history.
And the story of Busan during the Korean War is deeply moving and so important. I believe it really deserves to be recognized globally as a symbol of compassion, resilience, and international cooperation as well. Well, thank you so much for today's The Interview, and that's going to do it for The Interview with Mr. Lee Chun-sing, the Vice Mayor for Administrative Affairs of our city of Busan. 네, 오늘은 이준생 부산광역시 행정부시장과 이야기 나눠봤는데요. 부시장님 오늘 함께해 주셔서 고맙습니다.
감사합니다.
Alright, and before we take a song break, we have a lot of messages coming in. We have 배홍권님 saying 글로벌 허브 도시 부산이 되기를 기원합니다 라고 보내주셨고요. A lot of people really welcoming our guest in the studio and saying thank you to him as well. With that, let's take a quick song break. This is Village People with YMCA.
Yourself off the ground, I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy, young man. There's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can stay there, and I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the once in your shoes. I said I was down and out with the blues. I felt no man cared if I were alive. I felt the whole world was so tired. That's when someone came up to me and said, young man, take a walk up the street. It's a place there called the YMCA. They can start you back on your way. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
And that was Village People with YMCA. Welcome back to Busan Worldwide. I'm your host, Stephanie Yoon. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday morning so far. We have a lot of messages coming in. Let's check them out. All right, so we have 사랑대호님 saying hello, Stephanie and everyone. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you, 사랑대호님. We also have 사랑니 요정님 messaging in. 서울에 갔다 오셨는데 버스를 왕복 8시간이나 타셨다고. 버스 타고 잠들었다가 눈 한 번 뜨니까 휴게소. Oh, you know, I love Korean 휴게소. In America, we didn't have those, right? But going to 휴게소 is the best part of road trips, right? I want to go on a trip now. Thank you.
주유소 있잖아요.
네, 주유소는 휴게소가 아니죠, 피디님. No, the bathroom is not clean like Korea. There's no 어묵, there's no 떡볶이, there's not the 통감자. 그런 게 없잖아요, 그렇죠? 네. Maybe they'll have like fries, hamburger, but they're like really greasy. It can be good, but it doesn't have the lively vibe of Korean 휴게소. I love it. You know, I think we should put that in the UNESCO, right? UNESCO World Heritage. Because it's such a special experience. And I do hope that all of our foreign visitors would experience that. 휴게소는 정말 한국어죠. We also have TV Jerry님 talking about 동네 문화유산, right? There's a lot of that, definitely, right? 동네 야류 and also 학춤, of course. That would be lovely to be inscribed. We also have so many messages. I don't know which one to read. Let's check it out. So a lot of listeners talking about 용궁사, right? Definitely. A lot of foreign visitors really love 용궁사, right? And if you haven't been, do definitely check it out. And we have TV Jerry name saying 용궁사 올해는 꼭 가봐야겠어요. Yes, definitely. Even at nighttime, even when it's closed, you can kind of walk onto the rocks and then onto the trail. And it's really beautiful. It's usually lit up. So definitely check it out. And we have Jillinim saying 용궁사에서 보는 sunrise. Ooh, I've seen the sunset that goes the other side, but sunrise, I've never woke up that early to check it out, but I would love to as well. And we also have 고수님 joining us. Hello, hello. And he shared 저도 부산 자산인 것 같습니다. 네? So a lot of our listeners saying we should put 고수님 onto UNESCO. Let's be serious, people. But yes, we do appreciate you here at Busan Worldwide. So thank you so much for messaging in. Just a reminder, today's text topic is what local treasure in Busan do you hope to see inscribed as a UNESCO heritage item? 네, 오늘의 문자 주제는요. 유네스코 유산으로 꼭 등재되길 바라는 부산의 자랑스러운 자산은 무엇인가요? 였습니다. So keep those messages coming in and we'll move on to Busan Update. And it's time for Busan Update. A summer night film festival is taking place on the grass at Busan Citizens Park. 한여름밤 잔디밭 위에서 영화 한 편 어떠세요? 부산시민공원에서 잔디밭 영화제가 열립니다. So from today through August 3rd, Busan Facilities Corporation is hosting the Lawn Cinema Festival at the Hayariya Lawn in Busan Citizens Park. A 12-meter outdoor screen and high-quality audio-visual equipment have been set up, and anyone can join for free by simply bringing a picnic mat. And this year's lineup includes Little Forest, which will be played tonight, About Time, which will be tomorrow, Life is Beautiful, 인생은 아름다워 on August 2nd, Adult 김장하, 어른 김장하 on August 3rd. And the event aims to offer a relaxing escape from the summer heat and a chance to enjoy movies under the open sky. For more information, visit the Busan Citizens Park website. Organizers hope the festival brings comfort and summer romance to local residents. Up next, the 27th 기장갯마을 Festival kicks off at 일광 Beach. 네, 부산 일광해수욕장에서 제27회 기장갯마을축제가 막을 올립니다. So running from July 31st, which is today, to August 3rd, this year's 기장갯마을 Festival will be held at 일광 Beach, the filming site of the novel-based movie 갯마을. And it's one of, 기장's signature summer festivals and being combined this year with the 일광 Romantic Song Festival. And to mark the 60th anniversary of the film, 갯마을 film, a special educational program called 갯마을 Family Theater will also be held at 정관 Museum. And the festival celebrates both cultural heritage and fun summer traditions by the sea.
BEFM's The Interview is waiting for your participation. If you have any interesting stories to tell or unique experiences you'd like to share with our listeners, please leave a message on our website at www.befm.or.kr. We hope that your lives and experiences can be an inspiration for our listeners.
And it's time for Correspondent Reports, and we're heading to the U.S. for the latest updates today. 네, 오늘은 미국 소식 듣겠습니다. 하지원 통신원 안녕하십니까?
안녕하세요.
네, 반갑습니다. So let's jump into our first topic of the day. President Trump has signed a new trade agreement with South Korea. So what are the main takeaways? 트럼프 대통령이 한국과 새로운 무역 합의를 체결했다고 합니다. 주요 내용은 무엇인가요?
네, 맞습니다. 미국 현지 시간으로 7월 30일 발표된 이번 합의에 따라 미국은 한국산 수입품에 대해 15%의 관세를 부과하기로 했습니다. 이는 당초 예고된 25%보다 낮춘 조치입니다. 그 대신 한국은 미국에 총 3,500억 달러 규모의 투자를 약속했고 1,000억 달러어치의 미국 에너지 제품도 구매하기로 했습니다.
I see. So under the deal announced on July 30th U.S. time, the United States will impose a 15% tariff on South Korean imports, which is a reduction from the initially proposed 25%. In exchange, South Korea has committed to investing $350 billion in the U.S. economy and agreed to purchase $100 billion worth of American energy exports. Now, how has the South Korean government and business sector responded to the agreement? 한국 정부나 기업들은 이번 합의에 대해 어떤 입장을 보였나요?
한국 측은 이번 거래가 일본 및 EU와 유사한 조건을 갖춘 합의라며 긍정적 평가를 내렸습니다. 한국은 미국산 차량과 농식품에 대한 시장 접근성 확대에 동의하였고 미국 측은 95% 이상의 교역 품목에 대해 무관세 조처를 보장한다고 밝혔습니다. 다만 쌀과 쇠고기 분야는 제외된 것으로 전해졌습니다.
그렇군요. So the South Korean government has welcomed the deal, noting that its terms are in line with recent trade pacts signed with Japan and the EU. Seoul has agreed to broaden market access for U.S. automobiles and agricultural goods, while Washington has pledged to maintain zero tariffs on over 95% of bilateral trade items. However, key sectors such as rice and beef were excluded from the agreement. With that, let's move on to our second topic of the day. Now, there was a mass stabbing attack at a Walmart in Michigan, so we're going to hear a bit about that. 최근 미시간주의 한 월마트 매장에서 묻지마 흉기 난동이 벌어졌다고 하는데요. 이 소식 전해주시죠.
네, 미시간주 트래버시티에 위치한 월마트에서 한 남성이 매장 안에서 무차별적으로 사람을 찌르는 사건이 발생했습니다. 경찰에 따르면 이 공격으로 최소 5명이 중경상을 입었고 용의자는 현장에서 체포됐습니다. 목격자들에 따르면 현장은 매우 혼란스러웠으며 피해자 중에는 어린이도 포함된 것으로 전해졌습니다.
그렇군요. 정말 충격적인 사건인데요. 특히 어린이까지 피해자에 포함됐다는 점이 마음을 더 아프게 합니다. Now, a mass stabbing attack occurred inside a Walmart store in Traverse City in Michigan. According to police, at least 5 people sustained serious to moderate injuries in the attack, and the suspect was taken into custody at the scene. Witnesses described the scene and its situation as chaotic, and reports indicate that a child is among the victims. Now, has the suspect's identity or motive been revealed? 용의자의 신원이나 범행 동기는 밝혀졌나요?
현재 경찰은 20대 남성으로 알려진 용의자를 상대로 조사 중이며 정신건강 문제나 개인적인 동기가 있는지 여부를 파악 중입니다. 연방수사국도 협조하고 있으며 경찰은 이번 사건이 테러나 조직적인 범행은 아니라고 판단하고 있습니다. 지역 주민들 사이에서 불안감이 커지고 있어 월마트 측은 임시 폐점과 함께 지검이 피해자 지원 방안을 마련하고 있다고 밝혔습니다.
I see. So authorities are currently investigating the suspect, identified as a man in his 20s, to determine whether mental health issues or personal motives were involved. The FBI is also assisting with the investigation. Police have stated that the incident does not appear to be an act of terrorism or an organized crime. Amid growing concern among local residents, Walmart has temporarily closed the store and announced plans to provide support for both employees and victims. With that, let's jump into our final topic of the day. I'm sure most of our listeners have seen the famous video clip of the kiss cam at a Coldplay concert. Let's hear about the controversy regarding it as well. 최근 콜드플레이 콘서트에서 키스캠이 논란이 됐죠?
네, 영국 밴드 콜드플레이가 최근 공연에서 관객을 무작위로 화면에 비추는 키스캠에 대해 주의를 당부했습니다. 일부 관객들이 원치 않는 주목이나 부적절한 촬영으로 불편함을 겪었다는 지적이 이어졌기 때문입니다. 이에 콜드플레이 측은 카메라에 비춰지는 것이 불편한 사람은 팔을 X자로 표시해달라는 메시지를 무대 화면에 띄우며 관객의 동의를 우선하겠다는 입장을 밝혔습니다.
I see. So the British rock band Coldplay has issued a caution regarding the use of the kiss cam during their recent concerts, where audience members are shown randomly on the big screen. This follows concerns that some attendees felt uncomfortable due to unwanted attention or inappropriate filming. In response, Coldplay displayed a message on stage screens asking those who do not wish to appear on camera to cross their arms in an X shape, emphasizing their commitment to audience consent. Then, how have the public responded? 대중의 반응은 어떤가요?
대부분 팬들은 콜드플레이의 배려 깊은 결정에 긍정적인 반응을 보이고 있습니다. 특히 관객의 자율성과 안정을 존중하려는 자세가 다른 공연장에도 긍정적 영향을 미칠 수 있다는 평가가 나오고 있는데요. 전문가들 역시 앞으로 공연 및 대행 이벤트에서의 프라이버시 배려가 새로운 기준이 될 수 있다고 분석하고 있습니다.
I see. 이 공연을 즐기는 방식도 시대에 맞춰 조금씩 바뀌어야 된다는 걸 보여주는 사례입니다. So most fans have responded positively to Coldplay's thoughtful approach, and their respect for audience autonomy and safety is being praised and seen as a potential model for other concerts and events. Experts also suggest this could set a new standard for privacy considerations at a large-scale gatherings in the future. So listeners, if you want to go to Coldplay concert and don't want to be shown on stage or on the screen, just put an X right in front of you and they won't film you. All right, and that's going to do it for today's updates from the US. 네, 통신원님 오늘 소식 전해주셔서 고맙습니다.
감사합니다.
All right. And listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. And that's going to do it for Correspondent Reports. Before we wrap up today, we have a lot of messages coming in. Let's check it out. We have 사랑니 요정님 saying 금정산성. Yes. So this is the answer to our text topic of the day. Today's text topic was, what local treasure in Busan do you hope to see inscribed as a UNESCO heritage item? Yes, 요정님, same 금정산성. A lot of people just visit to hike and walk as well. And we also have TV Jerry님 saying, oh, 부산 야구 팬들의 열정적인 응원 문화. Yes, especially, yes, these days as well. I really wanted to go check out Lotte baseball game this weekend. Or it was last weekend. 찾아보니까 자리가 한 개 남았더라고요. So I couldn't go because I had to buy 2 tickets. But yes, it's just popular. It would be great if we can have that in there as well. The culture of cheering them on. It would be very interesting indeed. Well, listeners, that's going to do it for today's segments and all the things we have prepared for you. But we'll be back tomorrow for Friday edition of the show. Today's last song is by Coldplay with Fix You. I hope to see you